creature twisting and turning in precise formation.
Because there is no traffic, spotting wildlife and getting close is fairly easy. They're not used to seeing humans, so there's little fear. We're no danger to them.
You can see here, here's another dingo, a juvenile, only a youngster, this little one. It's been scalped for its bounty. Up here you've got a really interesting picture. You can see this dingo, this is a large dog that's been shot here. It's also been scalped for its bounty. But what's happened here is this eagle has come down pretty hard times, come down to feed on the carcass, and it's got caught up in the mesh. Once caught up in the mesh, I'd say it's died a pretty tragic death.
One group of animals that won't end up tangled in a fence. Most stock animals have too much horse sense, developed over countless generations of domestication. We're now leaving Queensland and moving into New South Wales, the section of dingo fence known as the border fence. It follows the line of the New South Wales state borders with Queensland and South Australia.
It's an unbreakable law in the bush. When you use a gate, you shut it behind you, or if it's open, you leave it open. Of course, the gate in the dingo fence is one that is always shut.
The dingo fence, with the huge number of dead animals on both sides of it, attracts scavenging animals that feed on carrion.
Practically every time we looked into the sky, there was a bird of prey circling overhead looking for food.
Steve's pointing out the continuous dents in the mesh made by wildlife as they hit the fence at high speed.
And these little fellas are another pest the sheep farmers would dearly love to eradicate. Rabbits have outnumbered sheep and eaten their pasture for much of the last 100 years.
And nearby, another pest, the fox, an animal that lives very well here by hunting the rabbits.
The problems caused by rabbits are enormous. They go for the best pasture and can wipe out plant species in a whole region. They compete with sheep for food and destroy native animals' habitats.
The first rabbits in Australia were brought here for man to hunt. And speaking of hunting, Suey would like nothing better than to dig down and get those rabbits out of their burrows.
The rabbits have had their ups and downs as a feral pest. The myxomatosis disease was introduced to control the plague, and it virtually wiped them out in the early 1950s.
But they've now developed a resistance to the disease, and controlling them is again a problem.
Keeping these fences maintained is a constant challenge. The little pests are always trying to get under. As you can see with these holes,